What is good? Awkwavision here in the present moment. Always, always, always. Good to see you. I'm here and now for Monday Live. That's what I'm going to call it, Monday Live. We'll do some mixed reviews if they come through, but if not, we're just going to be present, exploring the nature of consciousness, exploring the nature of our life in the moment. If anyone wants to hop in the house, they're more than welcome. Other than that, how are y'all doing? Yo, what is up, Max? What is good, Katya? What is good, life? I'm just kicking it here in the lab. Taking a break from mixing. Getting some aqua in my vision. Hydrating with the stellar H2O. And just waiting for the sunshine to come back out on this beautiful spring afternoon here in California. What's new in everyone else's world? About to break open a snack. Got some plantains. I got these bananas, Got this pineapple I'm getting ready to break open. We've been sitting on it for like a week. It's about ripe and ready. Got these bananas, right? And I seen these too, and I'm like, told my wife, I'm like, yo, this is a jacked banana. And she's like, plantain. It's a plantain. It's a plantain banana. It's different. It's very different. But they're supposed to look that way. Apparently they're really yummy when you wait till they look like that. And so I cooked these up, put a little bit of coconut oil on them, avocado oil. Threw them in the toaster oven. They're pretty good. Oh yeah, nice. You know what I found out? There's a farmer's market here in this new town that we live in now, that we just moved to. And it's like every day, my wife told me. It's like every day. I haven't had a chance to go over there yet. But it's only like 10 minutes away or so from our place. So I'm going to go check it out. Support the local farmers. Support my gut and my body, my mind and my soul with good food. Banana bread. I haven't had banana bread in a minute. Hey, plantains are pretty good. Supposedly deep frying them is really good. I haven't tried it yet, but I got to. Show you guys a new place. I know plantains are supposed to be something different, but they pretty much taste like bananas. Oh, that sounds amazing. You know what we got from the store the other day? We got mango. It's like a mango jelly. I gotta be quiet because I'm right next to my kid's room and he's napping. But I got mango jelly. It's like mango preserves. And this stuff is so good. It's like mango sauce. It's like applesauce, but mango sauce. It's fire. Oh, they are a Mexican thing. Okay. Yeah, I know like the closer you get to the equator, the more prevalent plantains seem to be. But yeah, check out the view. This is the view from the new spot. So that right there is like Central California. That's like Madera. And you can't really see it because it's pretty hazy today with all the clouds and whatnot. But like right on the other side on a good clear day or at sunset, you can actually see the coastal mountains. And I'm up in the Sierras and like Fresno's this way. So like literally I can see like all the way across California from like almost one end, because Nevada's not super far from where we're at this point. It's like literally staring across California. It's a nice new spot. We got like a separate garage now, so this is all that's out back. It's just hear the birds. Spring is sprung. I've been mowing and weeding this stuff like crazy. Gotta keep the snakes out the grass, literally. But yeah, we got nothing but just mountains. All the oak trees are coming to life. These things look like they were leafless and lifeless looking when we first got here. Yeah, thank you. I've been working really hard on it. Came with a garden, so we got this garden out over here. But yeah, there's tons of hydrology here, and like just water galore for right now. It's surprising for California, right? But yeah, I got this garage. You kick my light on. I got my Wing Chun dummy now. So I went down. I found this in LA for just like $500, which is actually a steal. because these things run like $1,500, and he kept it in really good condition. And so this has been, this thing has been helping me a lot with my training. Since I got it, my Sifu was like, yo, so since you made the investment, we're going to jump you ahead on some of your learnings. What's good, friend? 10 chicks, 111. But yeah, so he jumped me ahead in my form practice, and I'm just like filling in the gaps. But I've been training with this for a few weeks now, and I'm still a baby with it, but it's it really is helping a lot. Like, it's helping me connect a lot within the form. And the other thing is, like, with this, like, you can hit this thing like way harder than you hit people. Like, well, at least the people that you're training with, because you don't want to annihilate the people that you're training with, and you don't want them to annihilate you. But this thing can take the abuse, so it's kind of cool. Yo, what's good, RC? Good to see you, man. Happy Monday. I'm just here sharing a little bit about my new kung fu dummy. This is actually called a mukjung. And it's very specific to Wing Chun. Wing Chun is a Southern Chinese form of Kung Fu. And I believe that other styles of Kung Fu do use it, though I don't know that for sure, so do the research. But it's definitely in the Wing Chun tradition. And if you've ever seen Ip Man, and that Ip Man was actually Bruce Lee's teacher. He was his Sifu. And he would have definitely worked with one of these, and it's a lot of fun. Like, it's a lot of fun. You basically it teaches you form, so you can essentially learn the alignment and the geometry of your body and how it needs to be. You know, when you're moving across, then you're basically making different forms of how you would work with the body, the mind, and then get out of the conscious mind too. The frontal lobe, because the brain wants to like take everything over. At least mine does, and so it really lets you practice with the front part of your your brain, your lobe, and then once you get it down, then you let go, and then you can just flow and dance, which is super fun. So yeah, it's a really great instrument to integrate, and then it also just allows me to get out of my head, because I'm in there calculating sounds and like, mixing, and I'm on the internet, I'm on here, and then I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I just come out to the garage, and then I kick it with this thing, and I can I can just find my peace, find my ebb and my flow, find my wu wei. Yeah, you can totally kick this thing's ass. That's what it's here for. Like, yeah, absolutely. You can stop kick, mid kick. That can kick by. It'll kick your ass too, though, so you got to be kind of careful. It's like, I've done it. I've gotten a little bit of excited about it, and then I'm rolling on it, and all of a sudden I catch it in the wrong direction. I'm like, ow! You can't get mad at it quite the way you can get mad at a person. So yeah, it can take the abuse, but it can definitely give it right back. So yeah, it kicks back. RC said, whoa, what's going on here? Yeah. But I don't know if RC's still in the house or not, but if he is, do you have any beats you want to share, bro? I'll jump back in the studio and turn them on. I'm just kind of going with the flow today. It's like, seemed like a nice thing to do, to stroll outside. Oh, absolutely. I feel that 100%. And actually, at this point in my process, just because I don't like, I have my catalog online and I monetize it here and there, but it's not really like the way I make my bread, right? Like, I see way more support come from just mixes and coaching. So at this point in my journey, I'm happy to say the same. Like, when I sit down and I, get back to the beats, it's really just like as healing as this. I'm not really stressing it or thinking too much about it. Actually, the same for my own mixes too, because that's been something that's been quite a treat over the past few weeks, as I've been kind of slowing down how much work I've been taking on by design. And then and it's been giving me a chance to just like be with the kid, tend to my wife, because we got another baby on the way, and she's been just really getting thrown through the ringer on this round. And so I've been with the kid in the morning and stuff, and then making her food to try to get her through the nausea in the mornings, because it hits her hard. And I've been taking time to mix my own stuff. I'm catching up on stuff I've been sitting on for like 6 months plus. And, oh, dope, you sent one. Okay, cool. I'll open it up right now. We'll play it. I'll listen to it. And, yeah, like, me catching up on a bunch of stuff. I've been recording new stuff, too. So starting next month, I'm going to start releasing a bunch of different things. The plantains are good. Yeah, I'll open up your music right now and check it out. Thank you. Exciting, man. I really wish my wife didn't feel as erect as she does, but aside from that, it's a blessing. We're excited. I hope it's a girl. I don't really care either way. It's gonna be my little baby regardless. I'm gonna love it with all my life, but if I could get a girl, that'd be cool, because I already got a boy, so I'm cool with whatever it is, though. I'll welcome it with open arms and lots of love and support. And I'm looking to learn from this child even more. They teach me a whole lot. They teach me a lot, especially patience. It's one thing. My 2-year-old, man, he just turned 2. He's teaching me a ton of patience right now. He doesn't know it, but man, he's teaching me a whole lot of patience. Let's see. Open it up. I gotta open up my Google Mail. Boom, boom, boom. What do you do? Guys, my wife is just calling me right now. I have to text her real quick. Yep, it's all a blessing either way, absolutely. Cool, I got it. If I cut out again, I'm just texting my wife real quick. Yo, cool. Oh, you do tech support? You would do something technological, huh? Of course, we're going to end up being in that field regardless, right? We're geeking out all the time with all this technology. Underdog. Let's listen to it. I'm just going to let it play across my computer because my little kid's sleeping right now. So let's see. Turn on speakers. So yeah, this is RC, everybody. What's up, Conscious Genius 9? Conscious Genius in the house. RC's a conscious genius too. Listen to this production he just sent. I illuminated. There's another conscious genius. So we've got the dude with the title conscious genius, then we got all these conscious geniuses just plugging in. Amana's a conscious genius too. Some say I am. I don't know if I agree. Listen to RC. This is wicked in the best of ways. Yo, check it. Yo, I'll use all your guys' names. Yo, I illuminated. Check me. Yo, I'm far from faded. Yo, I'm sober as can be. Chilling with RC. Kaya in the background, holding down the momentum. Check it out, yeah, well, I bless them with the rhythm. When I get to spitting, it's sick like venom. Got you in the blood with the veins. Catch vibrational waves and maintain the energy in me, indeed. Awkwavision, rocket unwritten. Never do I script it, although I do. I gotta bring it into the moment. Who knew? I bust through the speakers as I see. RC made the beat and he's bringing the heat. Makes me want to speak off the tip of my tongue. Yeah, this beat's dope, man. Puzzle piece. I always love your drum selection, man. Like really solid. That was good. I like that it was short too. It was only like a minute and 41 seconds. That was RC Productions, everybody. That inspired some freestyle lyrics right there. I illuminated. You had talked about wanting to hop on a live, bro. I want to honor that. So if you're available right now and you want to jump in the live and just chat it up, you're more than welcome, but no pressure. Oh, you came back to beats. She sat down on the phone and they came back and it's like, RC's beats are bumping. Here, I'll play it again for you. It's only like a minute and 41 seconds, so. This is RC, who's holding it down in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Oh, dope. Yeah, no rush. No rush, illuminated. Yo, illuminated, far from frustrated. Check it out, participating in the humanation, the humanity. I mean, see, I'm not chasing that victory, but I'm just chasing that flow state. Yo, you know me when I hold my rate, vibrational intensity, of course. Yo, a full course, and I'm on course for more higher elevation. Check it out, yo, relevant when I hit it with sensations creeping up and down my spine, kundalini rising, and you know I am divine, as are you, as is the situation. Yo, need no hesitation, hear my proclamation. Yo, I'm not stuck stick like stone, I got not a carbon copy clone, I am my own. Yo, for sure, I break out the mold. Yo, I go down a road that's never been explored before, chilling on all fours, back up, maintain the course. I looked up and it was 111 on the beat. He's ready. Go. Daily double. Yeah, thank you for sending this, bro. These violins, these strings in the background. Did you play those or did you sample them? Either way, they go. Let's see. Go live. And the beat stops. Perfect timing. Yeah, 111. 111. Yeah, what's up, bro?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Dude, grateful to be, man. How are you today?
Pretty well, man. And it's a very beautiful day so far. Just really enjoying it. Just really living life. Just really focusing on the present moment. Just really explore life as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Things are at their best, right? Is when we're present. What's good, Nepa? Nepa just joined the chat. You dig him too, man. Holding it down
Yeah. I just really love the vibration, just like how the way you are being yourself as well. Because like that, what really makes me feel good is really not afraid, just like being myself, basically.
Oh yeah, only one self, but I gotta beat it, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I appreciate you tuning in, man. Where are you from?
I am from Texas.
Oh, dope. That's cool. Link you up with. I have other friends who are in Texas, so I should connect you with my homie Austin. Do you know Austin Alchemy?
No, sir.
Oh, okay, you and him would resonate, man. You would enjoy each other's company, and I'm sure you guys would have a lot to exchange.
So I am located in Fort Worth, Texas, but kind of close to Dallas.
Oh, okay. I don't know how close that is to where he is, but he's in Austin. His name's
Oh,
Austin in Austin.
oh, okay. That's very, very dope. So I would love to do like new things as well, like to keep myself going, because I really do love music so much because I'm into like heavy, but I like to listen to any kind of music, but I don't listen to no negativity of music because like it really does messing up my mind, my
Oh,
tempo.
I feel you. At least I had to work it out the system too. I went on a long journey with that. I mean, for years now, I've been a conscious MC and always speaking affirmations in my raps. Even before I knew what an affirmation was, I was already doing it. And over the years, naturally within the hip hop scene, you're always going to find yourself performing with all types of vibrations. And so it really hasn't been until like the last few years that I've just had to decide, hey, I'm putting my foot down and I'm just going to like own my space with like minds and like hearts. Because I realized the power of the unconscious mind, the power of the subconscious, and how if I'm even if it's just in the background, even if it's just on the TV, that stuff is actually going to incubate in the deeper layers of my soul, and then it's going to feed back into my my waking day. And so I have to be very mindful of it.
Yes, sir. It's like whatever you set your mind to it, you know that you can do it as well. It doesn't matter how long it'll be. Just know that you will make it there at no given time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, and just feeling it, feeling it within and seeing it within. And then the practical, it's the practical steps. Like even us just talking about it right now is very resonant and very helpful for all of us and each other. But
Hmm.
also the supernatural aspect, the metaphysical aspect. Like you
Yeah,
meditate on it with the heart, especially because the heart is like a huge key to this whole thing. The mind is like I like to think of the mind as the key, heart is the engine, And it's like the
yes,
key,
sir.
but then like you get it flipping, and then like the whole then it activates. And I've seen this stuff work like in real time. Amazing. It's amazing to realize that you're not confined to the limitations of the sensed body. This is just a representation, of the all. But like we're that whole thing, we're that whole we're represented as this, we're kicking it here, playing this whole game. But like the, just a perspective is really what it is.
It really does because I've been listening to a lot of music since when I was a kid, but I do have a very good taste of music because I really want to keep myself going. Because like I can make any kind of music, like I can make like about conscious rap or heavy or any like jazz or like
Mm.
symphonies. Like I can just make any kind of music, but not only once because I was growing up by listening to a lot of heavy metal music for so much as
Me too.
well.
Me too. I could tell by your hairstyle, bro, because I used to straighten my hair and stuff when I was in high school, and I used to wear like tight pants, like all black, and I'd even put like eyeliner on my eyes. I listened
Yeah.
to death metal, like They Dying, Black Dahlia Murder, you name it, dude. I used to listen to some heavy stuff.
I got their T-shirt by the way, and then I got this band T-shirt. It says Mario Lore. I've been a fan of them ever since when they came out with their first album. So the cool thing about it is like they are coming out with a new album as well. But I was listening to their new single about 2 months ago, and I really did liked it. So
Nice. I've not heard of them. What's their name? I'll type them in and check them out later.
Mario Lore, it spells Mire, Lore, Lore.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'll check them out and I'll tune in. Yeah, you would really dig my homie Austin, man. He lives in Austin, Texas, and he is a conscious hip hop rapper, but he's also, as he calls it, like a sound alchemist, and he practices station where you guys would connect and be able to share a lot. He actually used to live in California, and at one point he was actually homeless on the streets of California, and then he was living with his family member. And Forbidden Knowledge, the channel.
I'm sorry again, sir.
Do you know Forbidden Knowledge, Billy Carson?
Billy Carson. That sounds familiar.
You dig him. Definitely check him out. He's a pretty big brand. Really cool stuff that he talks about. He talks about ancient aliens. He talks about the law of attraction, the power of manifestation, etc. But all stuff that I'm sure you're into. But Austin actually mixed some audio tracks for him, which were like basically affirmation, positive programmings for the mind.
Hmm.
And years later, or within a year or two, Billy was holding a contest for to win a Rolls Royce. And at the
Ooh.
time, Austin was living with a family member, and but every day he was practicing, like every 20 minutes, he was stating affirmations and visualizing wealth and abundance. And he had an alarm would go off on his phone, and he'd sit down and get an alignment with the chakras, and then say, "Okay, I am da 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 da. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that." And
Definitely.
then the contest went on, and he saw it, and he was like, he already knew. He was like, I'm winning that Rolls Royce. This is awesome. So he put in the contest, and then he was given number 444 for his ticket, and it called. And Bill Person hit him up and was like, "That's amazing that like you won and you were that number." And then he said he didn't want the Rolls Royce because like Austin didn't have any use for that car, so he just asked him to cash him out instead. So Billy delivered the check to his house and everything, and then with those funds he decided to move to Austin.
Wow, that is very, very heavy stuff, and it really does better your life as well. It's like the more you are definitely just really renewing your mind every day, it's like you are brainwashing yourself even more frequently. It's like you do not have to like do your hardest, but you know that the more you just like set into it. But me, I just live like it every single day. Like I just really just like set my mind to it. Like I know that I will get there no time soon.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, you know what I would do every day, and I still do it. I still do it pretty regularly. I state my affirmations almost every morning, and my prayers and my gratitude. I sit with God every morning, and I mean I'm always sitting with God. I just happen to acknowledge it with it a lot of wake up, especially before sunrise. But for years, I was working as a janitor in Yosemite National Park, and it was really beautiful. I really loved it. But I wanted more, or I wanted to expand more, and I wanted to integrate creativity and my love and passion, spirituality more. And so every day when I be driving, try to say what's up to anybody who's up there, say hello.
Um,
uh,
oh, sorry
whenever
about that. Go ahead, sir.
I would just say, like, I'm so grateful that I'm doing everything that I love, and no longer working that job. And then within a few months, it just everything shifted, and I found myself no longer working that gig. And then I was like working from home and being with the kid. It's not to say it didn't come with struggles, but like once I like routed it in my heart and in my mind that much more, like I started to believe it more. And then I started to make decisions that aligned with that more. And also people around me outside of me started to support it more too. So it's like everything kind of started to like shift, and it took time, but like I would feel it and visualize it every day, and bam, it happened. And slowly but surely, see more and more things aligning to where it's like it work.
Oh, oh yeah, that's very, very true. Very, very true stuff.
Gratitude is the key. Like it's the biggest key. I feel gratitude.
Yes, I believe in gratitude as well. It's when you are definitely just waking up with every single day, then that is how you can just really achieve things, whatever you really want to set your mind to it, and then you would get there at all times.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's crazy because like you almost it's almost like you do less, which is kind of crazy because I'm not being lazy. Like I'm not being lazy, I'm not doing nothing. It's just that I feel like since I started doing this more and more within like the visual practices, within the breath practice especially, that I started to clean out my own closet, so to speak. Like I was not always involving myself in the most conscious things before, and I didn't realize it. And so the more and more I gave that time, like each day as I could, to just sitting in stillness and then finding, wu wei, as my sifu would call it, or the effortless way, the Tao. Like I would just sit in that stillness and that inner observation, and then once it would kind of be with itself, or I would be with myself, then that's where I would begin the affirmational sets. And I could really feel them. I'd feel them so much to the point that like it just like I was experiencing it. Like I mean, I almost didn't even need to witness it later on manifesting because it was like I was just feeling it that much within the moment. And I feel like that's what everybody has the ability to do. And I feel like we do it when we're kids, especially. But then we live in a society of like broke individuals and adults that maybe have been hurt in one way or another on many levels of their own psyche, and then they kind of unintentionally condition the children out of being able to witness the beauty of their soul, the imagination and powerful, potent energy that is within all of creation. And it's because they forgot it themselves, even though that's them. That is them. That is everyone's birthright. It's innate to every single being because everyone is the one being. But we get caught up in these narratives, these personal identity protocols, and we think we got to do this, that, or the other thing. I'm still working on it day by day. I'm by no means finished. Like that's why I'm here. I'm here to do the work. But it is crazy how we get into the protocols and then we're believing that we're victims of circumstance, not realizing we're creating the whole freaking thing and we're accepting the whole thing into existence.
Yes, because it's in your DNA.
Yeah, it is. It is in the DNA. It's in the DNA, and then it's in the environment. So you're witnessing it throughout the the physical quote unquote curses or the internal curses that we're trying to reprogram and recalibrate. And I think about that a lot within my own journey because I got into rock climbing a bunch over the last few years when I was living in Yosemite, and like within the first 2 years of my kid's life, like he's trying to climb on everything. It's like it literally happens that fast. We encode the DNA that like that instant. Even us right now having this conversation, like we're encoding the DNA.
Yes, without even trying to.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at this on video about 2 days ago. It's called the law of detachment,
Mm.
and then I was definitely felt like that I'm already doing it as well. Just like you just really can manifest whatever, just not being too needy or chasing it, just to really continue to feel comfortable with God and the universe, just to really just enjoying life as well. You just really got to be thankful and grateful that you already have it. Just like what Neville Goddard been really talking about, because I am a fan of Neville Goddard, because I've been really watching off
Yeah,
and
yeah.
oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just listening. It's the time delay though.
Oh yeah, and the crazy thing about it is I've been seeing a lot of synchronicities all over the place, like because I know that I am at the right better time and I am at the right better place. It's like when I wake up in the morning, I just turn my phone on, and then all of a sudden, it's like when I'm definitely just like getting my day started, and I just getting on my phone. Then I've been seeing a lot of 555s, 10, 10, 11, 11. Then
Yeah,
I'm just be staying locked in and tapped in, like very, very hard because I know that I am living at the other side of the world.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're living it on all fronts, and when we're not, I love how you framed it and you referenced the law of detachment because I haven't heard it framed as that, but it makes perfect sense because this is very much so in alignment with Taoism and like the nature of Wu Wei, which is effortless action. And and yes, I love Neville Goddard. Actually, that was the he was like the pinnacle of what shifted me out of my regular 9 to 5. And don't get me wrong, like I love my 9 to 5, but I felt called to do something much more. And Neville, like the universe was actually sending me Neville Goddard, and I didn't pick him up right away. So like a year before I actually started that whole journey, I was working as a janitor and a maintenance guy at the park, and this guy came up, and I was like on my break. I just finished cleaning the restroom, and this guy came up, and I could just like tell his aura was just beaming, bro. Like he was awake. Like I could tell just by like seeing this dude. I was like, this guy's like very like present. I can just tell. I can feel it. Like it's like glowing. And so I just went up to him like, "Oh, what's up, bro? How you doing?" And he was the same way. You know, we started talking about crypto, off-grid living. I mean, we went down rabbit holes of just so many things we connected on. And then he told me about Neville Goddard, and I was like, that name sounds really familiar. And so I looked up some podcasts where people had uploaded audiobooks of him, and I listened to him a couple times on my drive to and from work, but I really didn't think much of it. And then about a year later, I was having a hard time sleeping, and I was really feeling compelled to like get into my passions more, but I just didn't really feel like I knew what direction to take. But I felt like in my heart, like I need to do something. And it was about that time that I met my good friend Neeraj, and the Great Connector, if you're familiar with him. And we ended up forming a relationship. I actually hired him on as a personal coach, and then he turned me on to Neville Goddard. I was like a part of his coaching program, and yeah, dude, like I got into the power of awareness. I like listened to that audiobook front to back, and then I got his entire collection, and I'm still, you know, I think I'm on like Feeling is the Secret maybe now. But I just started digging into his work and the way that he breaks down like the unconscious and conscious like psychological mapping that is the Bible. Like the way that he breaks that down is just so beautiful, and it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. And me personally, being on a journey of you know, we all go through like anxiety, depression, etc. And my partner actually has gone through a lot, and over the years we've learned about what's called IFS, if you've ever heard of it.
No.
Um, in psychology, it's or in therapy, it's referred to as internal family systems. And so it's more or less like a kind of a Carl Jung, like it's kind of a depth psychology approach. But basically, the concept is that every individual is made up of a multiplicity of versions of themselves, and so you have like the central personality is like the conscious awareness, and it's like the calm, the neutral center of the storm, so to speak, the awareness. And then all of the different modalities, whether it's like the anger, the resentment, the love, the joyousness, like all these various things are essentially other variations and shades of our central consciousness. And you ascribe names to them. So they create your internal family, so to speak, when you're working with IFS therapy. And and what I found was that that's exactly what Neville's work surrounds. Like he maps that out. He doesn't call it that, but it's more or less the same thing. That he's saying that you have all these faculties of the mind, which is also outlined in like the Om symbol. It's all the different dimensions of the mind, and every person is operating in them fundamentally in their own archetypal makeup of it, and their own little cosmological blend of it. But basically, there's a part of you that is like the receptive agent, and there's a part that's the projective agent, and there's a part that might believe in the thing, and there's a part that might reject the thing. And so once you get all of these faculties, and they become rooted and connected into the central self, which is the Christ, then you can begin to orchestrate them as a team, and they're no longer pulling at each other or fighting and creating a feud within the family, but they're joined in a holy union. And that is like the Last Supper. That's the depiction of the Last Supper, and like all of the apostles, and or is it the apostles, or is it the I think it's the apostles, but essentially they all represent faculties of the mind, and the zodiacs as well. Zodiacs are the same thing, like the 12 or 13, as people will call it. Like those are all faculties of the universal consciousness. They're gradient shades of the universal one, and then they represent it out as these different archetypal forms, and then each and all of us are that same thing. So it's like you and I are like I'm over here and I got two hands. Like it's kind of the same thing. Like you and I are like two versions of God's extension, into being.
That is some very, very heavy, heavy stuff, and I really do love that as well.
Yeah, Neville Goddard's great, dude. Neville Goddard stuff's crazy. Like his stuff transformed my life, and I love that you bring him up and that you're seeing those patterns and stuff too. Because I see him already now, like going on. Like Nepa hopped in, he's got 369. WS has 33. Joseph's got 22.
Ooh,
And
ooh, man.
yeah, it doesn't stop. It kind of gets to a point where you just like start laughing about it, because like I was having some uncertainties about a few weeks ago as I was taking on this new a new coaching agency that's really helping me refine my practice that much more, because I want to expand more into what I'm doing with mixed coaching, but also within the nature of what I call flow state mixing. And then I eventually want to branch out more on the mindset side. Like I want to curate all of this and like make it a blend, because I really love it and I feel really called to do it. And I was sitting in some uncertainties, especially like right around the eclipse is actually when I was having to make this decision. And I decided to make the investment and move forward with it. But I still felt like I was losing sleep over it, bro. It was like a really big transition within my life. Like it's a very serious thing I'm taking on, and a lot of money too. And so I was like, what am I doing? Am I really going to do this? It's like, no, you're doing it. You're doing it. And every time I get on a call with this guy for the onboarding process, when I finish, it would be 11:11, or when I finish, it would be 3:33. And that's how I knew. That's how I knew that I was like, this is effective. Like I know I can use my own discernment. I can tell that these are loving awareness individuals, and they're very in alignment. And they're not even saying that. They're not saying, oh, manifestation, nothing. They're not talking about any of that. They're just very genuine people. And yeah, had my first session today since onboarding, and it's like I've never had a better connection like with a coach. And it's like it's effortless. Like it really is flow. It's perfect. Like they're in the perfect state to teach me. I'm in the perfect state to receive, and it's the numbers are just showing up. So I'm like, cool, I'm with it.
Yeah, I am a fan of just looking at these repeating numbers, because I'm seeing it everywhere I go. Because yesterday I was just posting this nice sky right by my house as well. Then I saw the time said 444. Then I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, yeah. It's like we're syncing up with the algorithm, of life, of the universe. Like they talk about the algorithm of the internet, but it's like life has its own algorithm, and it seems like when we slow down enough to pay attention, then those things show up. You know what I mean? Synchronicity, so to speak, serendipity stuff. Uh, People call it coincidence. I call it resonance, because that's what resonance is. Resonance is like fundamentally in sound, it's when the frequency is sent back onto itself. And so it amplifies itself. And so when we see repeated numbers, that's essentially the same thing in symbolic form. It's like, yo, here's a set digit, or then there's the same digit over and over and over, or here's the same circuit. Oh, deja vu. I feel like I've been here before, or I've been through this sequence before. It's confirmation that the energy is compounding upon itself, and so it's amplifying itself in resonance, which is really dope.
Yeah, and how you ever getting like these night visions all the time? Because I've been getting them all the time at night.
Yeah, actually. So do you have them like amidst dreaming? Is that what you mean?
It's like when you just like have a dream that shows other Earth as well. It's like you're just not even like human, but I know that for a fact that you are like human in this body, but it seems like you are like a different breed, like a different creature of just like back into your higher self, into your higher senses. So it's like you are like transforming like to this metamorphosis and stuff like that. It's like you have a lot of deep awakening. It's like these signs that you are so much awakened. It seems like you are definitely being noticed. It seems like you have a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. It seems like you can just like learn everything, but you're still learning and you're still educating, and then you still want to do something new, like how you can get like better tools in your mind. It's like if you close your eyes and then you would definitely cannot see things of that is basically there. Then it's like when you wake up and stuff like that, your things there are kind of what you see from your sleep.
Yeah.
But because I've been all the time I go to bed at night, I've been waking up throughout the day, and then I'm kind of see like things that I have in my sleep. It's like it's kind of scary. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, it sounds crazy, bro. I've never experienced it in that particular way, but over the past few weeks, I've been having some nights I've been having some trouble sleeping in the normal way, and a few nights ago, I actually had one of the most profound lucid dreams I've ever experienced, and I was having some trouble sleeping, and it was actually in lieu of like making this new decision and coming into alignment with the new group that I joined, and and I was just a bit nervous about it. And then I was also just it was right around the eclipse, so like I knew it had something to do with that. Like it was keeping my energy just like stirring, and I could not shut my mind off. And so I found myself laying in bed, and then eventually I was asleep. But then as I was in my dream, I felt like really awake in it, like really awake, and then all of a sudden I was in this sequence in my dream, and I woke up like fully in my dream, and I was like, whoa, I'm asleep right now, but like I'm like, but I'm awake. Like I realize that I'm in the dream realm right now, or I'm in whatever realm this is. And I started talking with this other guy in my dream, and I was like, yo, dude, like you're in my dream. And like I'm asleep right now, but I'm awake as I'm asleep. I'm like I'm mentally projecting, and like I'm here right now. Like this is my soul or whatever. I'm here. And he was just like, huh? and yeah, real quick, I just wanted to say what's up to Sam Hain in the chat, and yeah, good to see you too, man, and blessings just the same. But yeah, it was crazy, man. Like I was really blown away from it, and so I've been talking with my Sifu about that, who is my kung fu teacher, and he's been sharing with me a lot about that, and he's got a lot some experience in that realm as well. So I've just been just kind of pondering about it, and navigating it more and more because it's interesting stuff, and I've had little bits of dreams like that throughout my life, but this was like really profound. And I could definitely tell that it was unique to this season in my life, you know, and especially to my sobriety, because I've been really sober for like over a month now, and I feel very confident in that, and I just feel a lot more productive and present within the moment.
That's good because I know drink or medication. I just love to go fully sober because I really want to take the sobriety path. It's because I really want to have that higher state of consciousness even more, like to have that normal energy, to have that normal high, like just to really want just feeling more like better about because I really don't want to go back drinking or smoking or medication because I really want to become like a newer person just to really more disciplined, getting out of my comfort zone more, doing that I've never done before, like 100 push-ups or 100 squats or a long walk. Because the more I'm continuing to work out every day, walking, running, stuff like that, I know that the universe will take me somewhere. Because
Yeah.
the more, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. I was just saying, I was just agreeing. I was affirming, like, yeah, absolutely, bro. Like any kind of physical activity, being in the body, in the mind, in the heart, like that's what it's all about. I'm listening, but it kind of breaks up whenever I walk room to room. But I've got to get my kid out of his crib real quick because he just woke up from his nap. So just give me 1 second.
Okay, take your time.
Hey, what's up, buddy? You up from your nap? Oh yeah. He's like 2 now, so he gets a little cranky when he gets up from his nap sometimes. He's like, world, physical form.
Awesome.
What's up, dude? Yeah, I'm just gonna grab him real quick. Thanks for your patience, brother.
And you,
Come here. All right. All right. Whoosh, whoosh. There you go. You can go play with your toys. Oh, he's up and at him, huh? All right. Yeah, we got another one on the way. So we've got our second born is gonna be here in November.
congratulations.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's a wild journey. They bring in a lot of great energy. I'll say that. Like they're little gurus, and they bring all types of amplification in when they come. They are truly magical vessels, as we all are. But they're like super potent, so they rekindle that flame within everything they touch.
They really are. They really are. Kids are very, very more intuitive too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's a Pisces. My firstborn is, so he's like ultra water sign, ultra intuitive, like ultra empathic. I could feel it. He's very sensitive in all the best of ways.
I am
What were you gonna
so
say?
sorry.
Oh, you're good. No worries.
I'm a Aquarius. I was born in.
Sorry, brother. It's kind of breaking up a little bit. Let me walk back to the. There's a little signal should be stronger in here. There we go. Could you say that again? My bad.
I was born January 21st. Aquarius.
January what?
21st.
Okay, I was gonna ask you zodiac sign. I'm Aquarius as well. I'm January 31st.
I was thinking about that, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's dope. I've been making more connections with Aquariuses in like the last year or two. Like since I've really been getting into my journey, yeah, I've been connecting with a lot more Aquarius, and a lot more Capricorn.
Definitely, because I kind of got that in me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you know? Do you know what like your moon is or what your rising sign is?
I'm not there very, very well because I'm trying to do my best to learn about like my sign, but I know that I'm a water bearer, which means I just like things or whatever it is. But it's not raining right now. But I thought it was going to rain today, but it really didn't rain. So I'm more of a water bearer, but trying to know about what is the rest of
Yeah. Have you ever heard of the Horos app?
the horror app.
Yeah. He says, "Excuse me, my kids pushed me off the couch." Yeah, it's the Horos. H like horoscope, but it's HOROS. It's a free app, and then you can pay. I think it's like a one-time payment of like a couple bucks or something like that to have the whole app, and it's totally worth it. My wife and I both got it, and you can create. You get entire natal chart readings. So you just put in like your birth date, location, time, etc., and it'll give you like your sun sign, It'll give you your moon sign. It'll give you your rising sign. It'll give you all of your planets and all the zodiacs that they were in when you were born. And it'll give you your current horoscope. It'll give you your yin levels, your yang levels. It'll give you your numerology. Like it'll break everything down, and then you can create. Poison Peso said he was asking what our favorite animes are, and I said DBZ, and he said DBZ is one of his too. Um, but what's up, Mike? I'm just saying what's up to everybody. But yeah, so the Horos app, dude, super cool. And since I got it, I didn't realize that, like, dude, most of my planets are in Capricorn. And my Sifu, my Kung Fu teacher, as well as his second student, they're both Capricorns. And whenever I'm like integrating with them and talking with them, like I can communicate super efficiently. Like I've never been around people that I could communicate with more clearly. And they're both.
I couldn't hear you, sir. I can't hear you.
Mike was calling now. What was the last thing you heard me say?
I forgot. Because, I was being distracted because like some person, like I'm driving off with his loud pipe in his truck.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so basically what I was basically saying was just that I get along with Capricorn really well. My two Kung Fu teachers, more or less, in this group that I'm a part of, they're Capricorn, and they're both family men. They're both entrepreneurs, and so I have a lot of an alignment with them. And it all happened like very just resonant. Like I did not go out of my way to find these people. Like I was just scrolling online, and I randomly found a Craigslist post, and it was like completely free opportunity. And that's what actually ended up bringing me to my new place that I'm living in now, as I live like 10 minutes away from my Sifu. And then it just so happened that at an astrotherapist who I met up with a few weeks ago, she lives like 3 minutes away from me, and I brought her into the group, and now she's practicing with us too. And it's like, it's all crazy because as soon as I started just telling the universe or spirit every day, like, yo, like, I'm here to do the bidding. I'm here to just be with what is, you know what I mean? It just started just throwing me apples left and right. Like it doesn't stop. So I'm just like, hey, I'm here to do the good work. Like, let's go.
Yes, sir, man.
And
sorry.
yeah, Poison says, oh, he's a Leo sun. I didn't know you're a Leo, bro.
Yep.
So we're both Aquarius. So we're counterparts to Leo.
Guess what? My time over here right now is 555.
Oh, wow. That's cool, man. That's super cool. The resonance just keeps happening. But yeah, if you check out the Horos app, bro, it's really dope. It even tells you, like, if a planet is in a certain sign, it'll tell you what that means. So like all the planets basically represent our needs, and then all of the zodiac signs represent like the characteristic way of how that need will be expressed. So like the sun is like what I was talking about before. When we're talking about the sun, we're talking about the Christ. So we're talking about the central state of consciousness. And that is like the I amness, just the presence of knowing. And so it has the most relative aspect of how we operate within ourselves. So that's why everyone says they're their sun sign. But that's just the most dominant, neutral sense of center. But then your moon is your emotional set, because it is the largest body that is closest to us. So the sun is not as close as the moon. The sun is much larger and much more vibrant and energetic than the moon, but the moon is actually a much more influential part of our psychology and our nature because it's closer and it orbits the earth. So it is essentially the feminine or the emotional body, and then the sun is like the masculine or the archetypal mental faculty of the self. And then depending on where it's at, all the signs, if I'm not mistaken, all the zodiac signs are essentially like the next closest systems within our galaxy. So like all the zodiacs are within the Milky Way galaxy as well. And so the pull and the energetic tendencies of those archetypal patterns will be accentuated through that need, which is that planet. So, and each of the planet plays on a different level of like how our mind, emotional, bodily complex exists, our soul pattern, basically.
Good stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's such good stuff. And it's an endless process of learning it too, right? Because like I just slowly assembled some of this stuff over the years, but like I know other people and they blow my mind away with how much they know about this stuff, you know? But it all makes sense. Like as it's explained to me, I'm like, I feel like I've studied this before or something, you know? Because it's just I think it's innate. It's within us all, you know, because the all is within all. So there's like we're just studying ourselves basically when we're studying all this stuff.
Yeah, you should really have it all within. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's all within us. That's exactly what's going on. That's why we express it out, is because what we see out there is the pattern of what's going on within. So like as much as I'm, you know, under the sun sign or you're under the sun sign of Aquarius, that's just in this linear depiction of it. Ultimately, we're all the signs, ultimately we're the entirety of all existence representing itself as an Aquarius from this angle.
Factuals.
Yeah.
And we're living in that time right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like it's funny because it's paradoxical in a lot of ways, you know, like I am but I am not, because it's all the things that I am not that constitute what I am in contrast, you know. My kid wants to say hi. Say hello.
Hello.
He said, "What's up?" There's my mini me right there.
And he will become where you at too, because like the more he will definitely will listen of what is your knowledge and wisdom, and the more he will definitely will be around you. Yeah. So he will definitely will get to learn of God too.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Well, and the other thing too is that he's my guru. So he is constantly, he doesn't know it, and that's the best part. That's the best part, is he doesn't know. So because he doesn't know, he's able to radiate and show me so much about the innocent nature of just being, you know. And this is what a lot of adults forget to see within the children as they come, because it's the protocol thing I was talking about earlier, you know. We get subject to the protocols because they're subject to the protocols, and they believe that the protocols are substantial in becoming an adult. But those are just curses. Those are just you know, frameworks that are being leveraged and utilized to placate the nature of the soul experiencing its origin point. You know, at least in my journey. You know, as a kid, I didn't have all these words. So this is just me installing into the protocol and then using it to try to facilitate this very simple nature, because we're living in a very complex protocol. So I have to use its complex little linguistical functions to get back to the very simple nature of just the Tao, which is just being. So it's like, it's quite hilarious when you really think about it. Like I have to complexify everything, because that's the mode of operation in this matrix. Like it's a super complex matrix, and everybody's used to hearing things in complex ways. So if you get really good at using the complexities, then you distill them back into the simplicities. And that's like kind of the paradoxical shift that we're all in right now, is we have to play that stupid game where we're saying all these things, but we're really actually saying the same thing over and over and over again. But it's the way that the matrix wants to operate, so it's what we got to do.
Yes, we are moving like Neo and Morpheus out here.
Absolutely. I agree. Like I was actually just watching a thing on the Matrix the other day. There's this really cool documentary. It's called Glitch in the Matrix. I don't know if you ever heard it.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah, it's a really great documentary. Really trippy too. It really opened my mind.
So what are your thoughts about conspiracy theories?
So there, it's a part of the protocol just the same. You know what I mean? It's like intention is everything. So is there truth in it? There can be. You know, just as much as we want to ask the question, is the earth flat? Is the earth round? Is it hexagonal? Like, it can be, you know,
Right.
because we're speaking within the nature of relativity and then absolute. And so since each and every one of us is the absolute, is the nature of spirit, is the soul facilitating within the spirit, is the body facilitating within the soul, etc., then if you pull that relative notion into your magnifier, so to speak, then sure, it can be true.
Definitely.
So I am very careful to say what is absolute. The absolute is absolute, I'll tell you that. But other than that, I don't really want to substantiate those other things, because it takes a lot from my personal power to do so. You know what I mean? So I can, but I choose to be with what is.
Definitely. Oh yeah, so like about a week ago, like we just had like the solar eclipse, and man, like it was pretty awesome because I went to go see a friend last week to go have like a solar eclipse celebration or whatever it is. Then that I like the energy was so here. Like I am living with so much proof than just really living with so much documentary. It's like whatever you set your mind into, things start to end up faster. Whether you are thinking about the number birds.
Sorry, but the reception out here doesn't do very well. I'm gonna have to walk back into the room real quick.
Okay.
But so you were at some sort of event for the solar eclipse, you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so I was went to go see a friend about a week ago than that. So me and him had definitely just really went out in nature just seeing it, and it was pretty cool. And then so never witnessed stuff like that because like I know that we're living in a new shift and we're living in a new energy. It's like that old world of it's no more gone. We're living in the new earth. It's where peacefulness, whatever you can really set your mind to peace, all things around you would be at peace. As long as you know how to control your environment, control things within you, then that nothing will definitely will do you no harm. Because as long as you are feeling peace with God, you will be more at peace with yourself as well. Because it's like you would have a lot of sympathy in your own well being. So it's like whatever you're speaking so much good about yourself. So I got my mirror right here because I love just like having my own self reflection. Just really treat myself so much love and kind of respect because like the more I'm doing that, the more it would definitely would manifest in my favor.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree 100%. And it's not to say that other things aren't going on. They are, but how pertinent is it for our consciousness to be absorbing it? You know, and I think that's what it comes down to. Like all the other things are as they shall be. You know, and it's not to dismiss it and for me to say like it doesn't have impact or doesn't have influence on me. It does, but does it as much as me sitting outside and observing the tree that's within my realm? You know, and that's I think that's what it comes down to, because there's a fine line there. like like there is truth within, the law of attraction, within the powers of manifestation, etc., but we don't want to spiritually bypass and try to outline this idea that like all the other things should just be avoided per se. But it's this fine balance, or cadence I should say, of addressing what is before us, and witnessing what is before us, and integrating with it accordingly. And that's really what I see as like Wu Wei. It's what my Sifu instills in me within the effortless way, is that like life will get in our way. Like it'll have predicaments, it'll have chaotic tendencies, but that is by design, and none of it's out of alignment. And now of that, when that friction occurs, how can we utilize it and alchemize it into something beautiful? Rather than seeing it from the position of being in the problem at hand, we can begin to, you know, utilize the problem knowing that it is our lesson, no matter how big or how small, uh, but not at the expense, of being present. That's the key, is that oftentimes we will witness these things going down on a set protocol device or something going on over here, and then we will expend, our personal peace because of it. And all the great teachers from now, from before till now to infinity, have always continued to remind us that, you can face the adversity, you can face the chaos, you can face the wars, you can face the famine, you can face it all, and you don't have to forego your inner peace. And
Right.
And I think that that's the key, is that like a lot of people see things going on and they witness things going on and they think that it is justification for them giving up their inner peace. I do it too in my protocol. It's my lesson. I'm trying to learn my dharma, but it's not necessary. And that, I think that's the thing, is that like what's necessary, what's unnecessary. So me on my journey, I'm continually refining day by day and trying to address what it is within my own orbit, what it is within my own life circumstance that's unnecessary, and I'm trying to weed it out and alchemize it into things that are more fundamentally necessary for the nature of my being and the nature of my fulfillment, both within and without. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That stuff there is like mental alchemy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it is. It's the mind, and beyond the human mind. It's the archetypal mind. It's what's going down. It's trying to just be, and then as the things occur, notice what is good, take what's good, leave what is not, and if something keeps pushing within circumstance or within your own self, because we all are our own worst actors too, then we sit with it and we say, okay, I'm going to face this thing. I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to face. I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to let it imprison me and make me feel small and make me feel weak and defeated. But I'm going to address it. I'm going to address it within my relation. I'm going to address it within myself. I'm going to address it within my neighborhood, within my country, whatever it may be. But I'm not going to be stirred by it. I'm not going to be off put by it. I'm just going to see it for what it is and then see what I can take from it, learn from it, and move through with it.
That is very, very, very good because I can agree. It's like you really have to embrace of just not going back to that same mentality of what you once had. Or you just can like see it for what it is. It's like, okay, I've been through that before. Then I don't gotta go through it again. It's like you will become your greatest version to really just like challenge yourself. Well, it's like versus you. Just want to do it for your family and your neighbors you care about and about, and then you really want to be the main character in the movie. That's what I see it as.
Yeah, I feel it, man. I mean, it's the hero's journey, right? Like Joseph Campbell outlined it. Like the concept is like, yeah, get with it, be of it, be in it, and then accordingly, everything is going to put us in the right place. But it's our resistance or our fighting of it that really makes it perpetuate into harder dharma, you know. And I do it. You know what I mean? I've learned a lot of things the hard way, and that's part of it too. That's part of the protocol. You know what I mean? And a lot of people hear that word and they're like, "Well, is it bad? Is it good?" It's like it's all of it. It's sublime. It's what it's trying to do is refine itself through necessity, and we have the hardest time accepting that in perspective because we're speaking languages and ingrained within micro protocols that want to convince us otherwise. And that's why that's why the big JC said it, man. He's like, be in the world and not of it. Like greater, I and the Father are one, but the Father is greater than I, so to speak. I and God are one, but this is not God. This is God.
Def-
And that's it's a hard thing to kind of grapple with, but I think there's enough. I think there's a good enough percentage of of this plane that knows it now. But shoot, man, I've got my kid is in need of me at this point, so I'm going to enter my parental protocol, and I do want to say thank you for your time. I greatly appreciate it, and to the person in the chat, 10 Shicks, my or 10 Hicks 111. I'm sure that there would be very resonant conversation unfolding, but unfortunately, I gotta bounce. I gotta get to the family. I got a duty as a dad and a husband. But I plan on jumping back on here next Monday. So if you want to jump on again, man, I'd be happy to have you anytime. Or if you ever want to host one and you want me to jump in, I'd be happy to do so. And I kindly invite our friend here in the chat that didn't get a chance to join to meet up in any future conversations, and I'm sure we can get the resonance even higher.
Yes, it is definitely an honor, and I definitely do love this message. But if you feel like save this live or feel like it's by live, is up to you. because I would definitely would love to watch it live while me and you definitely just like chopping it up because I will definitely would love to see it every single day because I like to bring watch that as well to see that. Yeah, so I would like to watch this live more often because I really like to transmute that that
Okay.
energy.
Yeah, I'll post it. I'll post it. I don't mind posting it at all. I mean, these are things that I talk about on a regular, anyways. So I mean, anybody that's my following and my friends and my extended family here, like they'll enjoy it, you know. So so yeah, I appreciate you saying that because that's a good reminder to self to go ahead and trust process and share in the abundance, right?
Yes, sir. And the awesome thing about that is, since how many views it was, it kind of gave me that little bit anxiety how many views it was. But the more I am definitely just really facing that anxiety. But don't get me wrong, having anxiety is good, but anxiety is not what you think it is. Like whether you are scared of things like doing, but me like making a live stream, like seeing a lot of people from different countries or different states watching. But the more I'm definitely just like facing my fear, man, it's the most beautiful thing. It's like you will always going to feel confident. It's really feeling more lovable about yourself, like having that gratitude, just really being grateful. That should really like, standing out. Like you was not trying to be heard or you was not trying to be seen. It's like you just really just speak of what you really feel or like describing yourself because I like to keep on making videos. But ever since I seen a lot of views, it kind of gave me that anxiety. But
Sure.
it's well,
Yeah,
but I like to keep
wherever we feel that, at least on my journey, whenever I felt that, I mean, if it wasn't enshrouded within like, you know, my gut telling me like this something's not right, but it's just like my uncomfortable like nature. Whenever I felt that level of uncomfort, I know that that's where like the next level of higher plateau is unfolding within me and around me. Whether that was moving somewhere, whether that was taking on a new job opportunity, whether that was, you know, agreeing to a new opportunity, like so it's a good thing if you're feeling that way. That's the way I would always feel when I would perform and do music shows and stuff too. And it's unnerving as hell, but it's definitely where the you know the upgrades are occurring. So that's beautiful to hear, man.
yes. Or being in the mosh pit. It's like when
Hell yeah, dude, hardcore dancing.
yeah,
Hell yeah, I love it.
yeah,
Oh, well, I got to get to the family, man. I really appreciate your time and your energy. You got a beautiful soul. You got a beautiful reflection, and I'll be sure and share the live. And then, yeah, I'll stay tuned. You know, next week if we get a chance to catch up. And again, thank you to everybody holding it down in the chat. Much love, one love to everybody. And yeah, appreciate you, man.
and you're very, very welcome. And it's an honor,
Yeah, yeah, honor, dude. Fellow Aquarian. It's cool to know that. It's cool.
sir.
All right, brother. Peace and
Yeah,
love.
you too, sir.